This review may contain spoilers. Okay, so I was bored and I was looking for an anime game, and then suddenly, when I opened my Steam, Scarlet Nexus was on sale. And I haven't played this game, so I said to myself, might as well give it a go. By the way, if I sound different, I am sick, I am recovering from COVID, so that is also why I haven't been uploading. But I'm recovering smoothly, so let's go do a review about this game. A lot of people said that this game has really good gameplay, and I have to agree that it has a very good gameplay. But what I am not amused is the story. The writing or the plot is actually pretty interesting, but the writing in the dialogue is kind of horrible, even though all the voice actors do a pretty good job in this game, even in English. So let's get into the story. What is this all about? Scarlet Nexus is an action role-playing game developed by Bandai Namco Studios and Tousei. Bandai Namco is the one who published Elden Ring. So you play as Yuito or Kasane as the main protagonist, and you are a soldier that's defending Earth from aliens called Others. The story isn't the best, especially when you play as Kasane, because in this game, if you choose either, you will have different stories. As you all know, the cutscenes in this game is like a live manga, which works well because it has so many dialogues. I'm not saying that the voice actors saying the dialogue is bad, but sometimes they stretch the story too much to get to one point. So you just gotta be patient playing this game, and of course there is some JRPG quirks here and there, like when you're when you're sighing, like hoo ha, like all that hoo ha, yeah, there are some like that. So if you like it, then you might enjoy it, but if you don't like it, you will not like it. As always, let's talk about the visuals in this game and the performance, because it will surprise you. I actually fucking love the visuals in this game. I don't know how to explain it. Sadly, the highest graphic settings in this game is very limited, and if you want to make it look even better, you need to install some mods, but it is very easy. With all that being said, the in-game highest graphic settings isn't very tasking on your GPU and CPU. The performance is very optimized. I'm playing this on GTX 1060 6GB with the highest settings in-game. I can always go above 60 FPS and have a smooth experience, and in my 30 hours of playthrough, there's not a single bug I've encountered. It is amazing. So visuals and performance is a 10 out of 10, no doubt about it. Let's get into the gameplay. Now, this is where it gets super awesome. This game is a hack and slash with many gimmicks and awesome smooth combat, but everything is really straightforward and to the point and very fun. Note that this game isn't Devil May Cry awesome, but it plays really well. This game also isn't as difficult as Elden Ring, but not everything have to be Elden Ring or Dark Souls like. Sometimes you just need a beat 'em up fun. First of all, you have a sword to do basic attacks and AoE attacks. You also have a psychokinesis power where you can throw stuffs to the enemy, and then you also have teammates, which is there to support you with utilities. Example, if you are partnered with Hanabi, and if you activate Hanabi, you can burn the enemy because your sword will have a fire element. And you will get more teammates as you progress through the story. You will get someone who can mitigate damage but will lessen the time it is used, and many more teammates who can be invisible, who can have teleportation. And speaking of teammates, you have this bond system where you engage in your teammates' stories, and by doing so you will increase your bond level, and you will have more support from your teammates, like covering you from damage once in a while, something like a finisher, and so on. So you better level up that bond system. After that, we have customization. Customization in this game is very simple and straight to the point. You have one weapon and 3 slots of plugins or things that will give you passive. Plugins is just like armor and accessories. So you can add plugins that will increase your XP, money, or even health, power, or increase your brain crush damage, which is in the game's gimmick, and many more. Of course, you can craft your weapons and plugins, and crafting is super simple and straightforward. You only need to gather materials you get from defeating others and from exploring maps or doing some subquests. And speaking of subquests, honestly, subquests in this game isn't really that engaging and important. I find myself skipping all the subquests and see Google, which is the most important one to go, but if you are a completionist, then feel free to do every subquest in this game. In this section, I just said that you can equip up to 3 plugins, but you need to unlock it from your skill tree. Now, this is where the skill tree comes into play. There's a lot of things here, more combos, how to pick up items, and some other passive enhancement that will make your game go smoother and faster, like increasing your quality of life in the game. So the skill tree in this game is very important in many ways. There's not a single thing that you don't want to unlock in the skill tree, and I find this very rare in the game. So, same as other games, unlocking a skill tree needs SP, and you get SP by leveling up. So it is very important in the early stages of the game that you level up as quick as possible to unlock as many skills as possible. The skill tree isn't complicated at all, and you will unlock every skills when you are max level, but in the early stages of the game, it is just enough to make you think or have a choice on what to unlock next, so you can make your playthrough better. So good job on making this type of skill tree. With all that being said, boss fights are the most important part of all games, in my opinion at least. So how is the boss fights in this game? For me, they are okay. Not the best boss fights and not as high quality as Final Fantasy VII Remake or Elden Ring, but it is still very good that you want to repeat the bosses in higher difficulty or go for a new game plus, and even the end game of this game is pretty good. They will add more subquests and more missions after the final boss fight, so you can complete everything, and after you complete everything you can do a new game plus with all your unlocked equipments and keep your level. So with all that, I'd give this gameplay a 9 out of 10. It is not perfect by any means, but it is a very fun, and that's what you are looking for in a game. Now let's talk about the audio. We're gonna be talking about voice acting, music, and sound effects in this part, so the audio is an eargasm like Final Fantasy VII Remake that can make you hear every single sword clashing through the enemies and punches, all of that stuff. Sometimes I do feel when you hit an enemy in this game, it feels very mushy. Not enough impact, but I do think that's what they are aiming for, because they don't want to exaggerate things in this game, but I do think it can be done better. Music in this game is really good, you just have to listen it. In the town, it's relaxing and you can vibe with it, but when you are in a battle, you feel like you are in an anime scene with all the music and smooth combat. So I would give the audio an 8 out of 10. So that's it for audio. So let's go into the overall section. Overall, the game is really good and you will enjoy it if you like JRPGs. The story isn't that amazing even though it is passable, but the gameplay is where it's at. Even the audio in this game is very good. So overall, I give this game an 8 out of 10 experience. Not perfect, but very good. And you will have a lot of fun playing this game. So I think that's it from me. I'm still recovering from COVID. That's why I sound very kinda sick. Well, I am hoping that this review or this revisit can help you if you want to get the game or not. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys again on the next one. Bye guys.